Oh, that's good. Hey, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. Almost forgot to swap it over. It's never good when I forget that. Doesn't help. Come on. There, I think it's gonna. All right. Okay. Good. We're good to go. Okay. So let's see. I don't know. Bum bum bum. Let's see. Should I do Squirtle or Charmander? Hey, welcome. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate everyone. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think I'll do Squirtle, I guess. Yeah, I'll do Squirtle. Why not? Let's see. So, yeah, let's catch up real quick. Just the way I see it, and then we'll mess with poses in a second here. And it's a very rough sketch, but it is like the exact kind of pose rather than my own. It just helps me get like the basic information, I guess, down, so I kind of know what this character, in this case Pokemon, should be looking like. Okay. And then arm kind of comes in right, actually way up here. Let's see, let's that up. It also, yeah, it kind of shows me where things are in relation to other parts of the Pokemon's body or the person's body, so I have that information when I start making my own version, and kind of more my style. Like this leg coming out here. This one's kind of back behind everything. On that shell. Squirrel's body is fairly round, almost a circle, pretty close. Okay. Very appropriate music right now. Game chill sound playlist by Game Shops. That same thing over here. Mouth comes out a little bit. Oh, that was really rough. Okay, there we go. That's a little bit more accurate. Alright, so we got the basic information down there. Now it's more... How do I... give it a cooler pose or something like that. Let's see, let's do that was rough. Let's see. Arms are kind of short, so it'd be more like that, I think. I think I want the full eye there. And maybe this one's winking. I need to, I don't remember. Yeah, we could just, okay. I wonder if, yeah, okay, so it is that same kind of look. Getting kind of a little bit of sass, I guess. I don't know. Like it's kind of kicking back. Maybe he's walking. Should I have him walking, or should I have him like leaned up against something, or just leaning back on his tail, maybe? Yeah, let's try that. Let's look at that real quick. Also, let's kind of drop this a little. It's kind of nice to get a little messy with sketching. I haven't done it that way in a long time. Alright, so we got that. Let's do maybe this back leg here kind of comes across. Hi, welcome, welcome. Yeah, something like that. Almost gonna go like that. That makes it look super weird. Let's not put the bottom of the foot right there. I'm gonna do like that. And then this one will be right here. Yeah, the leg situation is hard because they're kind of short. I mean, I could kind of fudge it, I guess, and just do what I want. I could. Okay, let's see what I could do. Is let's do. Crisscross applesauce cross. I don't even know. Do this though. Maybe. But this would be down here. Supporting in the back, so it maybe be a little bit more like right here. I think. I kind of like the idea of leaning back on it instead of sitting down now. All right, we'll figure it out. Well, that was almost it though. Yeah, right there. No. Like, I don't love that. We're gonna kind of revisit that, I think, but it's a start. We'll kind of workshop it here in a second. Kind of need it. Okay, let's do that. I definitely need it to come down so it hits there. Then this through here. You can almost kind of flatten it a little bit right here. Yeah. Let's see. Is that working? I wouldn't say particularly, but let's see if I do this. Kind of move it this direction. I think that might be what I'm kind of looking for. Maybe. I don't know. At least heading in the right direction. You know? Dun, 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 dun. Maybe he's like balancing on his tail. That could be kind of interesting too. Yeah, do I want maybe kind of almost straight down? Kind of flatten it out. That might be better. I like that idea a little bit more, I think. So let's try that. Almost, it's basically pulling like a Sentret, but a Squirtle. So close. Okay, right there. And I want that kind of flat bit to show there is weight down there. Important little details. Alright, so yeah, we'll roll with that. I think that looks pretty good. We might even push it forward a little bit. Let's look at that. I grabbed that. And I slid it right up front, so it's a little bit more underneath. And we just have that tail kind of coming that way. We need to adjust that a little bit, but I think that's more what I'm looking for. Just gonna pull this down here real quick and erase this back. And grab that. Slide it up like right there. Back to my pencil. Kind of push it a little bit more flat there. Okay. And that's probably fine the way it is. And bring it back. Kind of make that a little bit more clear. Yeah, I think that works a little bit better. Do I want this to be up a little bit higher? If we're doing that, we need to bring it back there, yeah. Because I want to like make this a little bit thicker, a little more rounded and bulb bulbous, I guess. I don't know, it's a weird word. But if I did it just a little bit, it would bounce right up against that line there, so I want to push it inside there a little bit, and I think that gives it a little bit more weight to the Squirtle as well, but that's not a bad thing. Alright, I think that's pretty good. So now we need to put in the shell. Curves down in this area. Okay, shell information. And I am, let's see, no, going the wrong way here on that. Trying to give it a little bit of like information in how I'm putting these lines down. Like, this is a curved shell, so all of these lines are curving slightly. I don't want it to be looking like a bunch of straight lines on curved surface. I want that one to kind of curve down that way a little bit. These on the edge here are a little bit, can be a little bit more on the straight side, but definitely want curves going on here. All right, not a bad start. I think it looks pretty good. I think it's doing what I need it to and what I want it to. Good. And let's see. Right there. That there. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I think Squirtle is looking pretty darn good. Alright, so yeah, I dig it. And so now we can start working on the lion arts. Jeez, it took a second for some reason. We'll just make them a little bit bigger. Could even kind of roll him back a smidge. I think I might do that real quick. Yeah, let's roll him a little bit. Just rotate him a smidge. Just because I want him to look like he's kind of chilling. Just lean him back a little bit, you know. Yeah, that makes a little bit more sense too, just as far as realistic gravity situation and all that. Okay. So I'll have to adjust that line right there real quick. And then we'll start the line art. Just kind of grab that. Okay. We can do that like that. Cool. All right. I will slide that a little bit more in that direction. Cool. This can go. All right. I think I'm pretty good. And that can go just to kind of help me find the line I want. I'll clean this up a little bit too. one just had to come out a little bit. Yeah. Ba, 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 ba. Hello. All right. I think that's pretty good. That behind that one. That can go away. Alright, so now from here we can start the line art. Cool. Yeah, that's not too bad. Alright, we'll drop that to 60. Up and do layer in. Switch to my pen. And we'll go a little bit bigger on the brush size. Alright, let's get in here. I like to kind of start with the outside outline, outer lines, outline stuff. Back that one up. And it's not the best, but it's not too bad. I'll kind of come back in and work the lines a little bit later anyway, so we're not overly concerned with the state of lines right this second. Okay, that's better. I don't love using the eraser for cleaning up my lines most of the time. I'll do it a little bit right now, but when I get farther into it, I like to use paint with transparency because it's a little bit better just because it uses the same brush you're drawing with, so it kind of keeps the same texture or whatever you have for the brush. This one doesn't have any texture or anything, so it's not a big deal. But if you do have texture, you'll definitely want to stick with the paint with transparency over erasing with the eraser most of the time, I would say. That's my opinion. You can use whatever tools you want when you're making your stuff. I'm not here to tell you have to do something a certain way, because that's just not the way it is. There's a million ways to do stuff. You find yours and what makes you happy. And if anyone tells you otherwise, they're just a jerk. Let's drop it right here. And again, I'm going to come back in and kind of sculpt my lines, shape them, sculpt them, however you want to kind of say that. But these are not my final lines by any stretch. That's too much of a curve there. That was almost really good. I'm trying to kind of hit that curve the right way. I think I came in a little too, yeah. There we go. All right. kind of hit this right here. And then I don't like to give it a super sharp turn, but I do want to flatten it out. And never be afraid to like draw through stuff, and especially digitally is like the whole point of digital is it's easy to go back and erase and fix stuff. So don't be afraid to draw through something and go back and fix it later. For sure. Not enough curve. Come on. One of these. Almost. Yeah, I think that one will work. I need to remember I don't have to like fix everything immediately. Not the end of the world if it's slightly overlapping something right now. Right there, I think that one's really good. All right, so fix this real quick. Again, I am going to go back right after I finish all of these lines and just shape the lines and everything. Going to thicken up some lines and stuff like that as well. And this time I didn't really use I didn't use any layers going through this right here, but depending on how complex things are, I like to go make separate layer, do the thing that kind of overlaps, and then come back and merge them back down. Just really simple. It kind of speeds things up a little bit. Because I don't have to be super careful when I'm erasing the line. Let's see. Yeah, I want that to kind of turn up a little bit more right there. Maybe like that. I don't know if that's quite what I'm looking for, but it's close. Which is fine. Okay. So then let's see. Let's do. That's not too bad. And we're good. Do I want to put that in right now? I think maybe, I don't know. Got that, and we can kind of give it that I might just do. Oh. Oops. Okay, so there we have all the line art. Now I get to go in and clean it up. We'll start at the top, I guess. Do like that one right there. That's fine, because that's kind of where that elbow is. That could be a little different. It's not a big deal. And it's really kind of whatever you like when you're doing this stuff. Like for me, it's not a big deal if you wanted to keep everything really straight and kind of pointy or whatever. That's entirely okay. Again, there's more than one way to do things, and that's kind of the big thing I think people should know. Like, just because one artist does something a certain way doesn't mean you need to. You can, if you really like that, you can adopt that style, or that part of the style, depending on what you're doing. Yeah, I think it's important to take inspiration from other people and kind of make it your own. I think this needs to just kind of turn up a little bit, like right there's pretty. Trying to get this to line up is not the easiest. Sometimes the pressure doesn't want to cooperate. Rotate it a little bit here. And like this part right here needs to kind of come down, up, and yeah, up. And then add to that back side or top side of the line. Smooth that out a little bit. Here, I don't love that. No. Funky bit. Yeah, it's all rotated back the other way. Quick. It's all kind of preference. I'm not a big fan of how that was looking. It was kind of mismatched a little bit. I needed to fix it. And this is part of where I, like, quote unquote, I sculpt my lines a little bit. Like there's a little bit right there. So even when I have kind of like a wobble and stuff like that, I just kind of go back and I add a little bit. Or right here, I can kind of pull that back. Smooth. That piece kind of shot out over the top. Right here. Oop. Bring that up like this. Right there, that's fine. That's fine. This needs to be cleaned up. For sure. Add that on a little bit. Let's see. Drop that right there. Okay. That's not too bad. And I mean, this is at 100% right now, which is much larger than I normally have it. When it's finished, I make them quite large so that I can not worry about when I put it together, whatever I want to do with it later. If I wanted to print this, it would be fine at like a smaller size. I also make it a 300 dpi, so it would be fine at full resolution. but you know. Hey, welcome. Turn right here. Get that out. Okay, there's a little bit of weird bumpiness here. Clean that up a smidge. Alright, I think that's it for like cleanup situation. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, so now just label that and pop a new layer in here. Can hide that now. Kind of see. Okay, so we can kind of put in a little right there. So hiding that sketch layer also kind of shows you where you might have some issues. Right here. A bit of overlap. And kind of come down. That's fine. All right. Nice and gentle. All right. A huge fan of how that comes around. It's a little bit better. That edge down at a corner, kind of point. All right. Yeah, definitely want to adjust this a little. Like so. Okay. All right. So it's kind of like the little stuff. All right, so got this going. Now we're going to go in and kind of mess with line weight. I'm gonna make certain things a little bit thicker. I'm doing it on a separate layer, so I don't have to worry about if I don't like it, I don't have to go through and erase it back and all that. I could just literally knock it out, just delete a whole layer. It's not a big deal. That's fine, I think. Put a little bit right there on that toe. I'm going to kind of thicken this bit of the tail a little bit more, just because it is like all of his weight's going to be kind of pushing on that a little bit. Might even add a little bit more curve to that inner line there. I like to have a little bit thicker curve on the outside of a curve. I just like that look a little bit better, I think. There. rotate it this way. I try to let people know when I'm gonna rotate the canvas, just because I know that can be hard to watch. I want this to be a little bit thicker, I think, as well. Just because it is that like shell boundary, shell separation from the belly to the back. Like that. Okay, let's rotate this back real quick. Okay. A little bit crazy right there, I think. But that's alright. Let's zoom out. See, I think it gives it a lot more kind of life to stuff when you add like a nice thick parts to your line art. There's like a lot of incredible art out there that just one line weight the whole way through, and that's incredible. But I just like to kind of throw in line weight variations here. I think it's fun. Yeah, I could do that right there. And it doesn't have to be like crazy thick when you do it. You could just subtle changes are a big deal a lot of the time too. Like I didn't change that much, but you can definitely see there's a difference there. I think that's kind of important. Get that the right. All right. So we got that kind of nailed down. I like that. I think it works nicely. I think this top line though might need to be. I guess I could just merge them because I do like it. I think it works. Go in here real quick because I want to kind of look at this line here. I think that is slightly better. A curve. All right. I think it matches up a little bit better. I'm gonna rotate that back. Yeah, I think it improves it, and it doesn't make it necessarily perfect, but it's better. Alright, so then we can lock down this one. And let's make a little magic. And I say this every time I do this, but I always miss like a little spot. And I don't know how, because I try to go over things multiple times. And I'm using a large brush, and I'm trying to follow the lines and all these things, and I go over them a couple times, like I said, but I always miss at least a little bit. I don't know why. And yeah, I could just start off with black, but I like the kind of dramatic transformation you get from just coming in after the fact and making the lines black. And I could also just, you know, I can choose whatever color I want for my lines. I could do colored line art if I wanted to. Anyway, that's one thing I really like about Clip Studio Paint's setup is the lock transparent pixels, so you're only painting on what's actually there. Pretty nice. Okay, so now let's grab the wand. Oh, hey. Why did it? That shouldn't have been picked up. That's weird. Okay. Interesting. Normally it only grabs like the thing that's right there. There, and we're gonna. Oh, I want to go the opposite. And we'll just invert that. And now, there we go. Yeah, I don't know why it's selected. Yeah, so if I did that, it would have selected just that. Why is it? Hold on. I'm just curious. So why is it doing that? Is there just like a gap that I'm not seeing? Like a tiny, tiny gap? No. I mean, that's a solid line all the way through. That's very weird. Except for like that one little dot. But everything's connected. So I don't know why it was selecting that. Anyway, we'll lock that back down. Just there, pull this down. Alright. So yeah, I made a clipping mask so I can paint and not have to worry about going outside of the lines. Is that maybe a little bit more? I'd say that's pretty good. Alright, so let's bump this brush up. Yeah. So right now I'm not being like really careful with where I'm putting my color down, because this is the first color. I'm going to go over this multiple times. We're going to put in the correct colors for the parts that I'm going over right now, so it's not a big deal to me. You can paint however you want. If you want to make sure you just get every spot just right the whole way through, that is totally cool. I just find it slightly easier and a little bit faster for me to kind of go bit by bit and worry about the color more as I go instead of like right off the bat. Like right there, I think I went inside that line. It's hard to tell because that blue kind of is just really bright. So could just be my eyes playing a trick on me. You never really know, but I'll go back and I'll kind of push that blue back against that line once I knock this bit out. Yeah, that part I definitely went through. Just gonna push that back. Do this again. Just gonna. Right, just a little bit. Yeah, I think we're good on all the little spots. That's something that's also kind of nice about a thicker line. Is you get less overspray or overdraw. I want it a little bit lighter than that, I think. Yeah, that's better. Look at that for the whole. That might be good enough, yeah, for the white. And then we need a dark brown. Well, not a dark brown, but a brown. I think right there. Oh yeah, that's it. Nailed it. Alright. And we're like 90% done already. That's pretty with this layer situation. Let's go a little bit more red. Yeah. Dun 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 dun. So this is a much thinner line. Just kind of try and stay inside, but again, super simple to just push it back the other color. Not the end of the world. So right here, have that color again. I'm gonna go a little bit darker. Yeah. Dun 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 dun. Go all the way to that corner there. Go down to like there. Do that. Yeah, I think that's pretty solid. Alright, and then we need kind of a reddish color there, I think, for eye. I'm not totally sure if I'm going to do that kind of black, shadowy situation on the top that normally happens. Oh, I guess I could just do straight black for the eye. I don't remember if, no, because Bulbasaur's iris is white, not black. So there's that. Dun, dun, dun. So for that I could go with like a brush rather than, and then for this highlight just do the actual just full on white. Nope. This is when probably should use a smaller brush. We'll use this and we'll darken that, and we can use a brush. This, we'll bump that up a little bit. See how this goes. Again, we can kind of go back and make adjustments afterwards, not a big deal. Grab this color real quick, push it back. Give it that small bit of transition if we want. The more like promotional art look versus the anime look. The anime look is a hard line, which is fine. Either way you prefer. Or you could do it entirely your own style. That is also an option. I'm gonna kind of transition this from a more darker right there, I think. So if we zoom out, that's pretty, like, it gives it a little bit of life for sure, I feel like. Definitely don't want to go out. That's real weird. Definitely not what I was trying to do. Let's hit that real quick. And let's grab that. Push this back a little bit. Nice little spot there, and we went outside here and there. All right. I kind of dig it. I think it works. Might kind of push this side up a little bit. Go back to my brush. Kind of hard to balance transitional spots on a bright to a dark, for me at least. Back in the day, it used to be you kind of mix them and then sample the mix and then mix it a little bit more and sample that, and it's just back and forth over and over. And oh, no, that's not the right color there. That should we got that on. All right, I think that'll work though. So now got the flat colors in there. Pop a new layer in. We might finish Squirtle up or even hit the end of this. I don't know, it's fine. Let's do, whoops, that's not what I meant to do. I want to duplicate the layer, I don't want to add a new one. Just duplicate this layer. One shadow. What's on the duplicate, and we're going to go back to a purple color. Like the kind of more bluish purple. So yeah, we're going to hit this with some shadows now. And we'll come back to it. It's fine. And again, if you're shading, you can use cell shading like this. You can use soft shading. You can use a mix. There's all kinds of different styles for everything, really. Edge of that mouth, a small bit right under the eye here. And again, right now it looks real kind of funky because I'm added a layer blending mode yet, so it's all kind of funky, but it'll be all right. I'll just kind of throw a thing right there. Maybe right here, small line. Kind of thicken that. Right here, we'll kind of throw. Down here, like that. Oh, we did miss a little bit right there. Alright, and then, yeah, for here, we're gonna kind of bring this across. And then I like to kind of throw in because these would definitely have some shadow on them. So it's somewhat important to kind of put that in there. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Nothing you do has to be perfect. You can try and make it perfect if you want. I adopted the done is better than perfect kind of motto back in the day. Like, I hadn't made any art for a while after school had ended for me. I just felt like everything was awful and terrible and I couldn't, like, why bother? And I saw posts like, done is better than perfect. Like, okay, I get it. It makes sense. So that's what I kind of started doing, was just making something, finishing something, and I think it worked out pretty well. I don't always love what I do when I do it, but you know, can't win everything all the time. That is okay. Alright, let's see, we're going down here. We can kind of come this way. Drop down this way. This goes there. I think this would pretty much just kind of be shadow. Whole bit right here under shadow, and right around here we're gonna hit that. Right around here, hit this, and I think we would kind of have this little shadow, just because kind of gonna be underneath Squirtle there. Not even pull it down. No. Again, this is not final just yet, not a big deal. Right. We'll kind of throw down a little bit right there. that a little bit. Get this kind of transition it. Line. All right. Like that. Okay. Kind of throw in a little bit of a shadow right here because that arm. Okay. Yeah, and then let's see. Do that. Smooth some of these out a little bit. Yeah, I think I want that to kind of come all the way around. Yeah, it's a little bit better. Okay. Okay. Most of this is smooth already. Here. Push that back. All right. That's fine. Nice. I hate when it doesn't. There. Oh, that's fine. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Just a little bit there, a little bit right there, a little bit too high right there. All right. Hey, how's it going? Kinda like I missed a spot right there. No, is that on the liner? Yep. Back over here, grab that purple. Thin these out a little bit. Some of these thicker ones. All right. That's fine. Just a little bit right there. A little bit out of the way there. Alright, let's see. Not too bad. There we go. Alright, alright. Okay. Let's zoom out. So we got all the shadows kind of set up. Now let's look at the blending modes. Now darken. What's happening right there? That's interesting. A little gap. And we grab that color. Fill those spots. Back down here. We missed that, I guess. Maybe? No, we missed that line. Oop. See, I always miss at least one little tiny bit. Every time. I don't get it. Alright, let's see. Yeah, I think I gave that enough room. Right up here, this would probably top of the arm, back out behind stuff. Right, that's fine. Push that back a smidge. Probably could have just left all light pink and just used that, but you know, sometimes you just gotta do double the work for no reason. I don't know why. Sometimes it's just better that way. Alright, so let's zoom out here. So that's not too bad. Darken versus multiply. Darken. Drop that to 70. Okay, I kind of like that a little bit more, I think. But let's get the multiply. Yeah, I like the darken. Alright, so that is pretty much the shadow. Add one right here. Oh, I didn't add in. I didn't know. Guy. His little eyebrow thing, I guess. I don't really know what it is. But I was missing it. Now it's there. Alright, so those pixels again. That. I don't like that. That's better. That. Alright. So now, what I'm going to do is duplicate this layer. Duplicate layer. We're going to delete what's on the layer. And we'll leave it. Let's make it normal real quick. We'll add that yellow. So then for this, size up a little bit again. Kind of throw in some spots on the shell here, high points. Okay. Yeah, put one like right here. Whoops. I might get rid of that one. Not 100% sure. Okay. Now we're going here. Overlay. Versus soft light. And hard light's just gonna be down. Which might work for a water Pokemon, but it's a bit too much. Vivid light? Yeah, same thing. Kind of like the soft light, personally. I think I'll roll with that one. And yeah, we'll come in here, kind of clean these up, move them out. Yeah, not too bad. Okay, those right there, like that. Oh yeah, we can put one right there, I think. I don't know about that. Might be good to have it there, I don't know. Trying to smooth this out. No, I hate that. Don't do that. Oh yeah, I kind of dig that. Yeah, that'll work. Oh, let's forgot this little. I mean, you cannot even see it. Yeah, can't even tell, but I know it's there. Let's see. Yeah, that we might want to go. Just to kind of have a little bit in the corner there. Right there. Shrink it up a little bit. Dun, 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 dun. Which part are you referring to? Bottom right? Like here? In this area? Or like down here? I'm not. Front shell. Like this? Oops. Put a little bit in there. Yeah, so like I'm imagining each piece having a high point in the middle. So yeah, I added like a highlight on each of those. Just cause. Basically. Yeah, so each piece has some, except for this one here, which would be underneath, so didn't put it on that one. I don't know if I need those on the eye. I'll leave them on there. Forget it. All right. I think Squirtle looks pretty darn good. Could do is gonna hit this edge, not that edge, this edge, this edge, that edge, that little bit. It's very subtle, so you're not really gonna see it. But, again, I'll know it's there for these little bits. Can't even tell if I put that one there. Yeah. So yeah, the idea with that is, just back real quick. So, I mean, when a turtle's shell grows, it kind of has a raised section for each piece. So each piece kind of does that. So the idea there is that's higher, so it's going to catch the light. That's, I mean, is it perfect? Probably not. But that's the thought process behind that. Shadow. This color. And yeah, let's throw down. We're on the wrong way. Throw down shadow. Get it over. Just drop. That's not too bad. Hold on. What's going on in their vehicle? Just went by. Am I? Where's that? That, yeah, that is kind of coming up. That's there. Let's shrink this real quick. Just kind of hit that. Yeah, I don't want to go too far in. That edge. Basically, I just don't want, if I take this and put it on in like a compilation of all the Pokemon, depending on how many I do, I don't want that to kind of show up on whatever I do the background with. So I'm just gonna go through real quick, push that back. Because if I do put them all together in like a kind of collage piece or whatever, I'm probably gonna have to flatten everything, put it in. So I want to make sure that I don't have to come back and do this later. After I flatten it and realize, oh, there's a tiny little halo of this blue for some reason. Okay, I think we got it all. Alright, let's see. Back to shadow. That kind of rounds out. Yeah, I dig that. I think that works. Then yeah, that'll be dark. Could multiply that. That one might be better as a multiple. 70 like that. The rest of it. Because again, I don't know what kind of background I'm putting this on when it's all done. I mean, there's Squirtle, man. Yeah, let's rotate this to all right. Opacity like boom. I think he looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. I don't think he's quite centered up where I want him. Hard to kind of judge it all the time, but that's pretty good. Okay. So yeah, we've got Squirtle all finished, and it only took like an hour and a half. That's not too bad. Let's see. Does anyone have a request? I streamed for about another 23 minutes. Yeah, it went a lot faster than I anticipated. I mean, I guess it helps they're pretty simply designed. That helps out. At least the first generation Pokemon are pretty simple. But yeah, I don't know, does anyone have any requests for some sketches or anything like that? Happy to sketch up some stuff. I just don't want to start my next, like, I don't want to start the Charmander sketch because I want that to be so the program records all of my sketching and everything, so I like to have each one in a separate file so they're all separated, so I don't have to like go through and cut out, oh, this point to this point is this Pokemon, the next one is this one. It just makes it easier. So, I mean, I could, I guess, sketch Charmander this file, but if that one only took me an hour and a half, it'll probably only take me around an hour and a half for that, so I'd rather save it for the next time. So yeah, if anyone had... Okay, yeah, I'll sketch up some Cyndaquil / Gible. He's just such a happy little guy. Oh yeah, if I continue with the series, like just keep going on the series, I'll eventually just do all the starters, I think. But we can knock out a quick Cyndaquil and Gible. It's very interesting. Oops, that's not. Yeah, no. Very interesting how, like, some Pokemon just really have one kind of pose. They don't really give them a lot of variation. It's really interesting because Cyndaquil doesn't even look like it has a mouth. It's just a weird little guy. Definitely my choice for the starters from that group, though. I think I did a run with Chikorita too, and Totem. I think I did a run with all of them, but my first choice was Cyndaquil. Weird little dude. Oh, I know what I want to do with this. Let's kind of curve this back this way. See, half the battle is figuring out how I want to, like, change their pose. Because that's not always the easiest thing. Gonna be like rubbing his nose for some reason. I don't know why. Put that other foot like right there. I don't think that quite lines up. It might even be hidden by that hand. We'll do that. So there's like a little toenail thing going on. Okay. That's not bad. Nope. Not enough body to that one. That one down. That kind of good. That for some reason curved real weird. And again, just not going fast enough with my stroke. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Oh. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, I dig that. No. I might even keep this for when I get to Cyndaquil. Boom. Yeah, I might like literally just kind of pull this over from when I get to that one. Alright. There's a Cyndaquil. And we got time for another one for sure. If anyone else has a request, do that, or I can just do Gibble. Another one that's like very limited in what kind of poses it does. All right. Let's see. Yeah. It's funny, it looks like it has an open mouth even when its mouth is closed, if you're looking straight on, because of that red belly. So it never closes its eyes either, which is interesting. Like its eyeballs are its eyes. It's very weird. Pokemon makes some interesting decisions on stuff for sure. Let's see, how do I want to do this one? Yeah, thanks. I think it came out real nice. Like I said, I'll probably use that if I continue through and get to more regions. Let's see. How do I want to do this? This one's a little bit more interesting. Straight on is not gonna work. I think I was trying to angle it, but I'm not. I mean, straight on is kind of used in Pokemon. Okay, so we can kind of get that. Information so I can get that. Okay, so that way I have the info that I need. Man, that looks awful. But we'll try and fix it here in a second. better. So that one can go away there. Yeah, that is too far off to one side. If I'm doing straight up. I apologize. Couldn't mute the mic for that one. Okay, that would be like that then. Okay, so that wouldn't be out there. This would be like that. This could go there. Ba-ba-da-ba. We're working our way through it. Thank you. Normally I try to like mute the mic before that I sneeze, but didn't really have time for that one. Yeah, what I think I would do here. Instead of whatever they did. Oh, that's like that. Okay. Now it's kind of figuring out. Better shape for everything. All right. There. Like that. That, and let's do this. Let's raise that back a bit more. Doesn't really have a nose. Down like that. And then I want to. Since I like the way that arm looks. That doesn't really work out. Cancel that. I have to actually do the work. Bummer. Nope. Oh, whoops. I did the pen. I always forget. I have, like, when I'm sketching, I need to hit it twice. No. Go. what that line was. So yeah, so Gibble's just kind of waving. Bye bye. It would probably be more like that. Yeah, that would make more sense, I think. Yeah, for sure. And I don't like that round, more rounded shape. After this little bit right here, we're gonna call it for today. Yep, almost right on time. That's crazy. Okay, now let's. Not as good as the Cyndaquil, but not too bad. Happy little Gibble. Yeah, definitely say the Cyndaquil was a little bit more successful, but not half bad for my boy Gibble. I think that needs to kind of slide over a little bit. There. Okay. Actually, that one. Too much. Okay. Yeah, that's better. Matches up a little bit better, I think. All right. Well, we knocked out all of Squirtle. Pretty happy about that. And we even got in a little sketch for Gibble and Cyndaquil. Admittedly, a little bit better on the Cyndaquil. But if I get to Gibble in the actual series, I will attempt to get a little bit better pose on that one. Because I didn't have a whole lot of time left for this one, but you know. Thanks. I appreciate it. I think they all came out pretty good, at least. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks for hanging out. I really appreciate all you guys coming and hanging out with me. Much appreciated. and hopefully see you next time. If you enjoyed it, tell your friends, hey, if they like art or Pokemon, and for the next few streams at least, tell them to check it out. Yeah, and if you want to see the progress or any of that, you can check out my Instagram, my Twitter. I post the results of my stream there. I might even post my Cyndaquil sketch. I don't know if I'll post the Gibble one. Not happy with that one as much, but you know, I might save the Cyndaquil for later too. So definitely post this Squirtle though. Anyway, at Zann20 for both of those. And I also notify people when I'm going live on those, as well as my TikTok, which is Zann20_art. So I notify people I'm going live there. And I post a time lapse of my previous stream the morning of my stream on there, and I share that to my other ones as well. If you miss a stream and you want to see what you missed, you can check out my YouTube. All of my streams are archived there. That one is also at Zann20. So yeah, thanks for hanging out. I really appreciate it, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Yeah, see you later.